1B, which is going to be to create a working drawing of your eraser that you created. So in the previous lesson, task 1A, you created an eraser, basic rectangle, extruded and chamfered and filleted around the edges. I've gone and added some logo onto mine. It's basically a bit of text there. I've left the L out of it, so I've done a couple of spaces, and then I've drawn the L as a separate sketch on there, so that it sort of looks like the Staples logo there. It's got a little bit on it, so can't do that with the text, can't modify the text, but I've had to go in and create it like that and then extrude it to the same 0.1, and that's given me my logo. So there we go, so that's done. So next job is going to be to create a drawing from that. So if you go to the bottom left, insert new element and click create drawing. The default template is absolutely fine. You can keep it as it is and go okay. So it's ANSI B millimeters. Okay. The template that it will create for us is empty with nothing in it, but it has got what's called a title block and some details about the type of drawing in there. This is what we'd have in a real engineering or working drawing. So the first thing it's asking is, what parts you want to create for your drawing? And we've got part 1, which is our eraser, hopefully. So we click on that, and that will bring in, that goes then to this insert view tool. Now, by default, it just brings in the front view, which is absolutely fine. So we click on the bottom left. It's going to project out another view, depending on where you put it, if it's at the side view, the plan view, or whatever. So we're going to put in a plan view there. Now, we're still in projected view, so we're going to keep that and click this front again and move to the side to create a side view, and then do it again and pull up into the top right-hand corner to give us our isometric view. So that's our 3 views, and what you'll see is if you select one of them and move it, it should update and align all the other ones as well. So this is fine, except they're a little bit small, so I'm going to make them a bit bigger. So I'm going to right-click on View Properties, and instead of 2 to 1, I'm going to make that 3 to 1. So it's 3:1, enter, and you'll see that's made them all now a bit bigger. Probably could do with just repositioning them to make them a little bit nicer spaced out. And I'd say something like that should be pretty good. All right, nice and spaced out. I might bring this one up a fraction because we're going to need to leave a little bit of space around to put our measurements on. Right, very quickly then, this one needs to be with shaded view, so you can go right click View Properties. Sorry, not View Properties. We want to go right click and show shaded view. And as well as shaded view, for these ones we need to add some dimensions. So very quickly then, to get your dimensions on, what you do there is go to the dimension tool at the top for D, and we'll scroll to zoom in a little bit, and then basically you click on the furthermost edge once, move across and click on the furthermost edge there, and that measures the overall length. So if you move that down, let's drop that measurement in here. We can do the same thing to the heights. Go click, click, pull out and click. So that's given us the length and width. It's slightly less than 50 because we filleted the corners. Right, we could do the same thing for the heights. Click, and then pull out and click. And we don't need to put a measurement on absolutely everything. We only really need the important ones. And we've got the length, we've got the width, we've got the depth. The only things that we probably could do with is the angle. So we can click that line, and that shows that that's a 45-degree angle. And what we could also do is add on some radius measurements as well. So we can click on the rounded edges, and that will show that that's got a radius of 1. Okay, and that's pretty much it. you can right click and export it as a PDF or an image or whatever.